Welcome to Showtime 49. Welcome to Showtime 49.
What's good, y'all? I appreciate y'all for stopping through to Showtime 49. Today, we're going to talk about more of this training camp stuff. Brock Purdy, Trey Lance, some of the running backs I'm looking forward to seeing. And of course, Trey getting the start versus the Raiders. So let's get right into it. First, we got to start off with Brock Purdy. Got to start off with Brock. All right. Brock Purdy. Is he ready? I'm not really sure. I mean, all these other content creators, I'm finding out a bunch of information, and it seems that Brock is throwing picks every day. But a lot are still being considered good days. So is a good day mean a couple touchdowns in just the red zone period where where his accuracy is pretty good and he may throw a couple touchdowns? What about the interceptions? Like yesterday, 4 picks against the Raiders? This isn't the Niners' number one defense. Don't you guys remember hearing how when Brock threw a pick every time during training camp, it was, oh, well, he's going against the Niners' number one defense. That's the number one defense in the league. He's going against the ones. That's tougher. That's tougher. Well, what? I specifically remember last year when Trey was the unquestioned QB1 and he would throw a pick. He's always throwing a pick every day in practice. I didn't hear any excuses about him going against the number one defense, which he was. I didn't hear anything about that. But when Brock does it now, look, I'm not against Brock at all. I'm a fan of Brock. I'm a fan of Trey. But what I don't want us to do is make another mistake like we did with Jimmy Garoppolo. I know that will probably make plenty of people upset saying that Jimmy Garoppolo was a mistake. But at the end of the day, we didn't win a Super Bowl. And we could have. And we should have. And it ain't all Jimmy's fault. But at some point, your quarterback's going to have to make elite plays for you to win a Super Bowl. You're going to have to step up into some kind of elite session. Even if you're not elite, there's going to be a point where things rise and that quarterback is going to have to take it all on his shoulders and show that we got this. Y'all can trust in me. We got this. And we haven't had that quarterback in a very, very, very long time. Me personally, I think it's since Jeff Garcia. I love Cap, but I still feel like Jeff Garcia was the best quarterback we had since Steve Young. I know Kyle Shanahan said that Jimmy G was, but I'm sorry, I don't believe that. I don't believe that. Jeff Garcia was going to Pro Bowls, okay? You tell me how many Pro Bowls Jimmy Garoppolo has been to. The Niners have a history of choosing a quarterback because they played well right out the gate. It seems like they don't understand when you have a quarterback that comes right out the gate. Let's really go over this. Colin Kaepernick, right out the gate, flourishing, going crazy. Of course, that wasn't under Kyle Shanahan, but we know what he was doing. He was breaking records, changing the game. He was doing his thing. But then defenses, coaches, all those things, they started to understand Cap's game and try to make him just be a quarterback only, including in the Niner locker room, just trying to make him be a quarterback only, not using his legs as much. Wasn't the same guy. Wasn't the same guy at all. Brock Purdy comes off with this amazing start due to Trey's injury and Jimmy Garoppolo's injury. He gets his time to shine. Oh, and boy, does he shine. He had a great supporting cast too. I'm telling you, the moment that Christian McCaffrey got to this team, I know we played the Chiefs 2 days after he got there and we lost that game badly. Defense gave up 40-something plus. We didn't lose anymore. And a lot of that they want to say is just Brock, but it wasn't. Like Christian McCaffrey was like the MVP of our team. Let's not act like Christian McCaffrey wasn't the main reason. our offense was clicking the way it was. Remember, Christian McCaffrey unlocked our offense. Remember all that? It's not just the quarterback. And in college, Brock Purdy was turnover prone. Very. So what I'm seeing right now in training camp is just reminding me what I was seeing of him in college. Now I know practice isn't everything, but me having my basketball background and hooping my whole life, the way I practiced had a lot to do with how I performed in games. Not just physically, but mentally. When you're not doing well in practice, you start to think about those things and what you could do that's better. And especially coming off an injury to your throwing arm. Any injury I've ever had, which is broken ankles, surgery, pins put in. You think I don't think about that? That stuff happened over 10 years ago for me. And every time I step on the hoop court, I remember. I remember the way it happened. I remember certain movements. And it affected my play some to how I wouldn't do certain things, or I might settle for something else because I don't even want to, dive into that. But Jimmy used to throw a lot of picks in practice. But Jimmy also wasn't elite. Not to not to me and not to many others. He wasn't elite. So I don't see eliteness in Brock right now either. He didn't have OTAs and all that. I understand, but I feel like Brock Purdy needs to play in the preseason. Why isn't he playing in the preseason? If he's good enough to come to camp and 100% own the QB1 position, where the quarterback battle is just between QB2, which is Trey and Sam Darnold, which to me is not even close. Like Trey Lance, from what I've been hearing, of course, it seems like he's the one that's been looking the best on the field. He's moving the ball the best. I know that with the limited reps. He only had 2 reps against the Raiders yesterday. Now, I understand he's going to be the starting quarterback, and that may be the reason why. But why? When Trey's main situation is he doesn't get reps. I don't get it. So we give all of them, like 90% of the reps went to Brock yesterday, and it wasn't a good day. It wasn't good. Like it wasn't good. A little over 50% passing, throwing 4 picks, 11 on 11s, 7 on 7s. It doesn't matter. He was throwing picks. Trey and Sam threw one too, but not 4. And I just don't see how people just the QBs for the group threw 6 interceptions. No, it's not just the QBs for the group, because we know dang well if Trey Lance did this, the scrutiny would be through the roof. Through the roof. Trey wouldn't have a chance. It'd be cut this man, trade this man, send this man anywhere. He's a bust. He's the worst thing we've ever seen. That's Trey Lance when he throws an interception. Brock Purdy throws an interception. Well, he's coming back from injury. You guys are crazy to think if he's coming back from injury, he's supposed to just be playing all great. What did Allen Iverson say? Practice. We talking about practice. That's all we would hear. Oh, it's okay, But Brock Purdy threw a good pass in the end zone for a touchdown during the red zone. So things are looking good. Brock Purdy's looking sharp out there today. Moving on. Trey missed a dump pass. Same issues. We got to cut this dude. Nothing about how those same throws he was missing last year, that how when he's hitting them, everything's good. Nothing about that. But since we're talking about Trey and enough about Brock, look, love what I seen from Brock last year. But these defenses are coming. Week 1, the Steelers, who are known for playing really well at home in their first game, and the Niners, who are known for not coming off to good starts in the season, with an injured quarterback who's just getting back, who's not playing well right now. None of those things add up to a good week 1. I don't know everything. And of course, I could very well be wrong. We can come out there and smack them because we are a better team. Truly believe that. Especially when you're a team that's picked to win a Super Bowl. Can we not come off to a slow start for a change? But my issue is, why are we pushing Brock Purdy to start week 1 if he's clearly not ready? Brock says himself he's knocking off rust. Trey's ready, and he's playing good. What is the problem with finding out what we have in him? Even Raider reporters are saying, out of the quarterbacks out there, like, Trey looks the best, and he could possibly be special. Do we know that? No. Could he be a bust? Absolutely. He could be. But to me, I just don't see it. I don't see it. I just don't see him being a bust. With the team that we have, a lot of quarterbacks can thrive and do well. But I feel like Trey's the only quarterback we have that could be special, that could take us to that next level, that could play at that elite status if given the opportunity. I don't know that for sure. I could 100% be wrong, but why not give him a chance? Why are we pushing Brock Purdy to start week 1 when he's not playing well, coming off the injury, when you have a quarterback who can make every single throw that Brock Purdy makes and more? We're just treating him like nothing. Like we didn't give up years worth of stock for this man, when all he did last year was come out here, get the job given to him, get injured in week 2. That's all he did. He's not a bad person. Like, he's not. He didn't do. What did he do? He didn't do anything wrong. Like, it sucks for Trey. Like, I almost want him to get traded so he can go somewhere else and shine. You know, I almost want him to, but that would hurt my heart to see him just come back and just destroy us or just tear the league up. And we're just sitting here like, man, what could have been? I don't want that anymore. We got too many what could have beens. Too many. We passed up on too much. I just don't get it. What's the problem with Trey Lance? Why do people want him to fail so bad? Why can't he get a fair chance? I just am at a loss. Why is his mistakes under a microscope? Why? Why are Brock Purdy's mistakes just glossed over? Like it doesn't matter. But Trey Lance's do. In the same practice. I don't understand it. I really don't. But hey, I'm excited to see him get his start. Kind of feels like a setup when you only throw 2 passes the practice before, and then you're supposed to come out here and just like shred them. You know, I don't know. It's going to be heavy between Trey and Sam Darnold tomorrow, and I'm that's going to be fun. We're going to find out some things. The rest of the world is going to be able to see what Trey Lance looks like for real now. Somewhat. Depending on how much Kyle Shanahan allows him to do. You know, what kind of plays are drawn up. And we all know preseason plays be super simple and all that. So, hey, he's going to play pretty much the first half. We should see something, regardless of the play call. We should see something. He's been leading the 2s and the 3s down, still on scoring drives and, you know, leading them down the field, moving the ball good during training camp. I'm expecting somewhat the same. You know, if he didn't have that many reps against the Raiders, then that means they didn't see him that often. They saw Brock Purdy. So maybe he'll come out here and have a chance to shine. Really hope so. Next, let's talk about these running backs. So as we know, Elijah Mitchell's injured again. Look, I love Elijah Mitchell, man, but man, bro, like he just doesn't stay healthy at all. Training camp, OTAs, practice, games, sleeping, breathing. He always getting injured. And I just don't understand. Who I mentioned. I just don't understand why. But Jordan Mason, though. Ooh. I've been telling y'all about Jordan Mason for a really long time. I've been telling y'all about Jordan Mason. I guess I can't say really long. It's only a second year. But all last year. I've been saying the dude runs hard. The dude has quick cuts. He come from nothing. People that come from nothing, that's got their head on straight, when they get opportunities, they go hard. And that's exactly what I'm seeing from Jordan Mason. That's exactly what I'm hearing from Jordan Mason. He's doing his thing. Between him and TDP, now look, I like Ty Davis Price. He runs hard. He'll smack you right in the mouth and everything. Like he's, you know, a little bit faster, all that. But to me, Jordan Mason just has a better game all around. I feel like he has better vision. His cuts are more meaningful. He runs very hard as well. Like to me, he just seems like the overall better running back. He has hands. He's out here catching the ball out the backfield. Is that not something we need? Is that not something Christian McCaffrey does all the time? I'm not comparing Jordan Mason to Christian McCaffrey. But what I'm saying is he looks like a really good all-around second running back behind Christian McCaffrey, obviously, because Elijah Mitchell's hurt. But even when he comes back, I feel like we need to really talk about this. Let them two go at it. Because availability is important. And as a Niner fan, we all understand the importance of that. Being injured, I feel like we're the most injured team that I've never seen. Every year. I mean, major hitters too. So hopefully the injuries that we do have with Dre Greenlaw, Elijah Mitchell, with George Kittle, I'm hoping that all this stuff just Ray, he's going to be gone the longest. So that one sucks. But Kittle, what is that, adductor strain? Kittle also gets injured basically every year too. He misses games. Somebody else Trey Lance has never had the opportunity to play with. Like, I ain't going back there though. We're still on the running backs. But yes, I'm rocking with Jordan Mason. I'm a huge fan. I think that he's a good number 2, a backup running back for us. If something was to ever happen to Christian McCaffrey, who has also had a history of injuries, and the way that we use him, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm just letting y'all know. Look out for Jordan Mason. But yeah, that's all I got for y'all today. We're going to tap in after this game tomorrow. Let's pay attention, y'all. Like, for real, with an open eye, with an open mind, when we're watching this Trey Lance and we're watching Sam Darnold tomorrow. Let's really watch. Let's watch if they're the bunch and dink and dunk between Trey Lance and Sam Darnold. Let's see who does that more. Let's see who's actually pushing the ball down the field. Let's see who looks more comfortable. Let's see who's making those throws on time. Let's see all that. Let's see those running backs that are coming out the gate doing their thing. We're going to see a lot of Jordan Mason tomorrow. Let's watch. Let's watch. I'm not sure how much of the defense is going to be playing, but I kind of want to see them too, because it seemed to me the Raiders was having their way. Jimmy G was looking good out there against us. But whatever. That's besides the point. But yeah, I'm going to holler at y'all on the next one, man. Let's go Niners. Let's stay smart, though.